How are we doing, ladies and gentlemen? And welcome back to our third season here, second in the Premier League, third of the Back to the Top save. And since you last joined us for our stalemate at the War of the Roses, we've had a pretty decent 2-1 win against Southampton, and then a defeat that I'm not too unhappy about. It's a 1-0 loss to Liverpool. Granted, I was at home, we could have maybe done more, but the game was pretty even, and I think that's testament to how we've improved our defence so far this season. Might be a bit tactical, but I think a lot of it is to do with the players that we've signed. So here we are, 3 games into the league, 4 games into the league. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 games into the league. Sorry, and we have got 2 wins, a draw, and 2 losses. Not too bad, and we are sat in 9th place in the table on 7 points. We are 8 points off the top, which isn't too bad at all. We are only outside of the European places on goal difference, which is a fantastic place to be. Obviously, it's still very early in the season, but who knows what might happen by the end. But today, you join us for our Carabao Cup. That is the wrong button. There we go. Our Carabao Cup third round tie against Bournemouth. We want to go on cup runs. We want to go on a cup run in the Carabao Cup for the prize money and the potential of silverware. We also want to go on a cup run in the FA Cup for, again, prize money, silverware, and the potential of a European place if we do manage to get our hands on that trophy. However unlikely that might sound, cup runs, I think, are our best chance of silver. Definitely our best chance of silverware, because we're not going to win the league this season. I can already tell you that. As much as I'd love to, we're not going to achieve the goal of this back to the top save this season. But our squad has been a bit gutted by injuries. You'll see here as we go into our team selection. We will do those things. We'll do all of those things. And let's head into our team selection. So as you can see, we're not playing our standard keeper here. We can't play Montero because he's recently injured himself. Calf strain, 8 days and 3 weeks left. But we are also without Talas Magno, La Quintana. So our formation stays the same, but our lineup has changed slightly. We've got our first choice back line of DeMarco, Adrelson, Kabak, and Niambe. But like I said before, Grief in goal. We're still playing Raheem Harper in our Metzala role because Evander has moved over to the right wing. Rudy holding on to that deep lying playmaker position. Bradley, Dack, and Armstrong make up the rest of the attacking midfield force. And then Jonas Wind up top on his own. But I think we're going to change Armstrong to, instead of being an inverted winger, he's going to be an inside forward and on attack to come up and provide some support for Jonas Wind there. And I think that's going to be us. That's going to be us for the game. Now let's get straight into it, shall we, and see if we can start this cup run off. Teams are warming up. We'll go hard on Lewis Cook. Why not? We owe Bournemouth. Let's get the revenge talk on the go. Am I confident? We've been sharp in training. And DeMarco's been playing really well. Please continue to play really well. As this game has started off with Mbolo finding Lerma. And Bournemouth progressing quite nicely through the ranks here as Danjuma plays a lovely ball to Mbolo. He passes it back to Lerma, but Lerma loses it, and now Evander has space to move into here. He's starting to get swarmed by red shirts, but he manages to pick Rudy out. Rudy's pass to Harper's a bad one, though. It's picked out by Bournemouth, and they feed Mbolo, and now Mbolo had a chance to run at our defence there, but Kabak just hacked him down there. And Bournemouth get a free kick, but it comes to absolutely nothing. There's a throw here now as Lewis Cook loses the ball, but ends up retaining it there, and Mbolo must have been offside right there. But Grief managed to make the save anyway. But now we've got Raheem Harper breaking forward, but a good sliding tackle from Cook dispossesses him there, and now Mbolo picks it up after a long ball out. Ends up laying it off to Evian, who continues on down the right-hand side for Bournemouth there. And Danjuma gets his head on it at the back post, but Grief can hold on to that without too much problems. Oh, yeah, I remember I need to take our tempo down a little bit just because we play a little better that way usually. Our passing is better, our possession's generally better, although our possession's dropped since we've made that change now. Granted, we are only in the first 10 minutes, so this could completely swing around, but we have had 0 shots so far to Bournemouth's 2, and they've had 2 on target already. So I think we're going to have to give some early encouragement to the boys. Come on, guys. Get out there and do your thing. Show the world what you can do. And I think I might actually go brave and go attacking early on. And see if us in an attacking mode can actually get anything done. As Metham looks to take a free kick here for Bournemouth. Combining with Kufal a couple of times, who plays it inside towards Lerma, but Rudy intercepts. And then Harper skips his challenge and starts making his way down this left-hand side. But Lewis Cook dispossesses him. Finds Evian, and then Evian plays it out towards Danjuma, and Danjuma beats Ozan Kabak there and has a straight run at the goal here. But Grief makes a wonderful save and ends up claiming it before it... Nope, he doesn't. He runs it out of play for a corner. He didn't have to put that out for a corner there. He could have dealt with that. And the corner's swang in. Swang, is that a word? I think it's a word. Let me know in the comments down below, ladies and gentlemen. But it's headed clear. And it comes to nothing. Now Blackburn have a chance to build here as DeMarco takes a throw to Dak. Dak swings that in towards Jonas Wind, but Kelly heads it clear. And Danjuma now plays a long ball towards Mbolo, and Mbolo's through here, effectively one-on-one. But Adrelson gets across and makes a wonderful block, and then clears it out into Rosed. It's all Bournemouth so far today. But Niambe with the throw here finds Evander. Evander working his way down that right side into the area. Dispossessed, but it only goes as far as Niambe. And Niambe delivers it in. Harper was there, but Travers caught comfortably. But his long ball out only finds Kabak. And now Rudy delivers one forward towards Adam Armstrong. Adam Armstrong goes for the shot, but he's over the bar. Goal kick for Bournemouth. And we start again. Come on, boys. Niambe doesn't seem to be having a very good game here right now. Problem is we don't have a replacement for him. A ready-made replacement, at least, anyway. And it's been looks like it's been a relatively tame half, to be honest, as Kufal now finds Cook. Lerma now looking for some way forward. There's no one in his way. And Danjuma launches one from about 25 yards out, and Grief has to make a good stop there and turn it around the corner. Turn it around the post for a corner as Cook looks to swing this corner in. Adrelson heads that away, and Dak picks it up and can start a break, but nothing eventually comes of it. Yeah, Niambe having a poor game here. We need to encourage Niambe. So let's touchline shout. Encourage. Come on, Niambe. You can do better than this. Yeah, we'll press Cook. Definitely press Cook. That's it. We've made it to half-time at 0-0. We need to do more in the second half. So let's fire these guys up. What can we do to change things about a bit? So Raheem Harper's playing poorly. So El Jabari is going to come on for Harper. In the Metzala role, hopefully he'll be able to do something fancy for us there. Or do we play him in the centre attacking mid role and Bradley Dack in the Metzala role? No, we'll swap them back round. Who else have we got that's not playing great? So Wynn's not playing great. Dak's not playing great. Niambe's playing awful, but Luke Thomas can't really play this side, but we'll let him anyway. But then let's see. So he's half a silver star. If we put DeMarco there, DeMarco's half a gold star. So that works a little better for us, I guess. Yeah, let's go with that. We're on attacking. Let's actually up our tempo a little bit as well and see if we can make something happen quickly. And let's go with this. So Drelson here now. Plays it to Kabak, who finds Dak in the centre of the field, who plays it out to Evander here on the right. So we've switched DeMarco onto the right-hand side here, which might not have been a great idea, but it allows Luke Thomas to actually be effective for us with his speed and his deliveries. And here's DeMarco now with a throw to Evander. Rudy now. Plays it all the way back to Kabak, but DeMarco is found again. Lovely passing play here to eventually find Armstrong in the area, and Travers makes a fantastic save and turns it around the post for a corner. Things are looking better for Rovers already this half as Evander swings this corner in, but Travers plucks it out of the air. No danger from that at all. Definitely a more positive start by Rovers at the start of this second half. Let's see if we can actually have something happening, though. As we have a corner here for Bournemouth now that Cook's going to swing in. Cook with the delivery onto the head of Metham, and Grief claims comfortably. Good goalkeeping performances all around here today, it looks like, as the ball's thrown out to DeMarco. Rudy, Evander, straight to Dak. A little bit more pace to the play by Blackburn Rovers here. That's thanks to us upping the tempo that we're playing, as El Jabari plays it safely back to Rudy. And then Rudy combining with Evander and Dak before swinging it to Armstrong, who gets another shot on target after a fantastic play there. But again, Travers is equal to it and turns it around the post as Evander swings this one in, looking for the head of Wind. But he's beaten to it by the defenders, and it comes out to Cook. And now it's just Cook and Evian here, but Cook keeps going on his own. And Adrielson stops him well. Clean tackle. And now Evander has some room to move into on this right-hand side, but Bernardo slides in on him, and it goes out of play for a Blackburn Rovers throw. We're going to have to demand more from the guys, I think. Let's do it. Come on, guys. Pick your heads up. Make something happen. A bunch of people quite liked that. Bradley Dack for Brereton. We can do that, yeah, but then we're also going to have to do that. And then that. Boom, and Brereton is now on the pitch in the right position after this change here, as Brereton slides in and puts the ball out of play for a throw there. Are we going to go all-out attack here? I think we're going to have to go very attacking and up the tempo even more to try and push a winner here. And let's give them some encouragement. As Thomas takes this throw all the way into the centre of the field to Rudy. Finds Armstrong. It's with El Jabari on the edge of the area. Wind to Evander. And Evander smashes that into the back of the net. Blackburn Rovers take a lead in the 71st minute. Fantastic first goal of the season for our boy Evander, playing on the right wing today. Normally in the Metzala role, he gets a few more chances. But let's watch this again as Rudy to Armstrong. Armstrong to El Jabari, who just passes it to Wind, who lays it off to Evander. And on his right foot, smashes it into the middle height, I guess. So it was a good height for a goalkeeper. But brilliant goal to keep our Carabao Cup dreams alive here. As Blackburn are playing out of defence now, as Brereton heads it onto Wind, who feeds Armstrong. Back to Brereton again, who's running out of space here on this left-hand side. So opts to go back to Rudy. And now Adrielson to Kabak. Looks for Evander over here on the right-hand side, where there's a little bit more room. Feeds it through to Adam Armstrong, who's in the area now. Out to DeMarco here on the right-hand side. Swung in, and Brereton gets his head to it and doubles our advantage. Brereton is and has been for this entire save a super sub for us. He almost always scores when he's coming off the bench. Now, I'm not going to go back through the episodes and double-check that, because this is almost certainly confirmation bias. But Ben Brereton has scored 1 million goals for me off the bench. Fantastic header to bury that one in there as well. Our halftime team talk and tactics changes have absolutely changed the game here. DeMarco doing very well in that right-back position, even though it's not a position that he plays. As Bournemouth now starting to look for a way to get back into the game here. Sadly, just give it away to Luke Thomas, whose ball it wasn't initially to Evander, but the deflection was friendly to him. And now Armstrong goes for goal, and Travers parries it out, and Lerma has to boot it behind for a corner, which I believe DeMarco is going to take. Outswinger here, no, in-swinger, sorry, but only onto the head of Metham. And Brooks picks that up, and now Brooks has the run of the field here on the right-hand side for Bournemouth. But he's starting to get surrounded by blue and white shirts here. And Adrielson manages to slow him down enough, and Grief plucks the cross out of the air. No trouble at all. Good debut performance for Grief for us today. But his long ball there doesn't find anybody. But the second ball is picked up by Evander. And now Rudy looks to deliver it forward, but a deflection sends it straight into the path of Kelly. Wind can't quite catch it. And Luke Thomas dispossesses Brooks. The young Leicester lad on loan manages to find a ball to Wind, and Wind manages to find Evander. Evander now, can he get himself a second? His shot is blocked. Only 5 minutes left to go, plus added time. Can Blackburn hold on and progress in the Carabao Cup here as Bournemouth have a throw as Guibert finds, I can't know if it's Guibert or Gilbert, but Kelly now. Long ball. That's going to go. Grief's going to stop that with no trouble at all. Dangerous, though, as a sweeper, but finds the head of Brereton, who nods it down to Wind, who chips that forward towards Evander, who's in the area again, finds Armstrong, but Armstrong's shot is a wild one and misses the target. But it's definitely been a dominant second half performance by Blackburn Rovers here. Look at all that green on the field where our player ratings have started to go up. The goal probably inspired confidence in everyone. But as Meffam now launches one forward, looking for Cook, Adrelson picks that up with no bother. And now Evander plays a lovely ball across to Brereton. Brereton goes for goal himself, and it's only just wide. That would have been a lovely goal, that. So we're into added time now. There's only 1 minute left. This has to be the final move of the game as Luke Thomas finds Armstrong with the throw, but is then dispossessed. And then Eric plays it forward to Brooks. And the ref blows his final whistle. And that is a 2-0 win for Blackburn Rovers, keeping our Carabao Cup dream alive. Look at that XG difference. Basically, since half-time, we've just been in the ascendancy, whereas Bournemouth were relatively stagnant. But fantastic result for us there. Let's make sure the lads know that. And we do have Grief playing well, so let's do an individual Grief. Pleased with your performance out there tonight. Let's single him out and talk to him about it, because he got an 8.0. Has to have been the man of the match, right? And he was indeed the man of the match. Now, is there going to be a post-match press conference? So, we win in the third round. Grief keeps a clean sheet on his debut. Grief's on form as we get a victory. Very nice. Kabak is now got a ban in the Carabao Cup. Not a problem. We will be able to have somebody in his place there, and he gets a little fine for it. So a quick continue to see if we've got a post-matcher. And we do not, but fantastic little result for us there. As we can see, if we look at the schedule here, the beginning of our season's looking mighty green, isn't it? This is definitely better than the end of last season, which was a wall of red and yellow. And our games coming up, we've got a few games that are probably a little bit more on the easier side. We've already beaten Newcastle 3-1 once this season. We're going to be playing them at St James's Park this time, though, so let's see if home advantage makes a difference for them. Then we've got a game against Wolves. Then we'll have our fourth round of the Carabao Cup, and then a game against Birmingham. So depending on who we get drawn against in the Carabao Cup, we may see you again for the next round. If not, we will definitely see you at the beginning of October for the start of our run from hell, pretty much. Tottenham United, then Leicester. Then we've got Bournemouth, who we've just beaten. But then West Ham, Chelsea, East Lancs Derby, Villa, Everton, City. Then we play West Brom, then Arsenal. And then we've got an easy run there of Norwich, Leeds, Southampton, Newcastle. Oh man, we've got a couple of brutal periods this season. But basically from the beginning of October all the way through to the middle of January, so our entire Christmas period, I'm expecting to not get very much done in. The Bournemouth game maybe will be a win. The Burnley game I'm hoping will be a win. We might be able to get something against Everton. And then Norwich is the next, West Brom and Norwich as well. So we might not do too badly here, but I'm expecting the cup form to keep the board happy while the league form suffers there. So that's one of the other reasons why I wanted to stay in the cup. But yeah, we progress to the next round, ladies and gentlemen. The cup dream is still alive. But as always, if you haven't already, please do consider hitting that subscribe button. It does help the channel out far more than you know. If you like the content as well, do please hit that thumbs up. It helps the YouTube algorithm know that people are liking it, and then it'll suggest it to more people. And leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think my focus should be here, whether it should be cup, whether I should be focusing on the league. Or whether you think my tactics are just awful and we should do something completely different. But make sure you let me know. And also my Twitter is down in the description as well. Make sure you swing over there, give me a follow, talk to me outside of the context of the videos. But as always, guys, my name is Deej. You guys have been awesome, and I will see you in the next one. Peace. Take it easy.